Your toddler looks you dead in the eye. You say, "Don't touch that." And slow, on purpose, one finger reaches out and touches it, still watching you. And your stomach drops because it feels personal, like they're doing it to you. Here's what I need you to know. The look isn't your toddler fighting you, it's your toddler asking you something. Every no, every standoff, every slow finger on the thing you just said no to, it's the same question over and over. And most of us answer it wrong because the right answer is the exact opposite of what your gut screams to do in that moment. By the end of this video, you'll know the question and you'll have the 3 steps that answers it for good. I'm Cherie, former teacher and a mom doing the toddler years all over again 13 years later. With hindsight, I wish I had the first time. Okay, so be honest and let me know in the comments if this is your whole day. Put your shoes on. No. Bath time. No. You hand them the snack they just begged for, and now it's the wrong snack. Everything's a fight. And somewhere in there, a little scary thought creeps in. Is it always going to be like this? Maybe somebody in your family even got an opinion about it. Maybe someone's already used the word defiant. So let me tell you what's really going on because it changes everything. This isn't a problem with your kid and it isn't you doing it wrong. It's a blind spot in the setup. And setups are easy to change. What you're looking at is a gap, a missing skill, a skill of cooperation. Nobody's born with it, so it gets built. And right now, your toddler is doing the exact job a toddler's supposed to do, testing where the lines are. So think about their day. They don't pick when they eat or sleep or where they go or what they wear. They control almost completely nothing. So, no is the only scrap of power they own. So, they spend it everywhere. But here's the thing, the fight was never about the shoes or the snack. Every single no is the same question asked 100 different ways. Is this line real? Or will it move if I push it? That's the gap. And it's one of the fastest ones to close because you're not fixing a bad attitude. You're actually answering a question they've been asking all along. Now, let me tell you why I won't let this one slide because I've seen where the road ends. When the line stays wobbly, your toddler learns one thing: pushing works sometimes. And sometimes is the most dangerous word in parenting. Think about it. A machine that pays out every time gets a little boring. A machine that pays out sometimes, you just can't walk away from it. That's a slot machine. So they push harder, longer, louder every time because it might pay out. People call that a strong willed kid. It's not. It's a kid who found a loophole. And I'll be honest with you about the part that nobody likes to say. A lot of the time, we feed this without even meaning to. They push and it gets under our skin. So we argue back. We explain for the 10th time, and every time we take the bait, we teach them that pushing works. The good news in that, it means a huge piece of this is fully in our hands. You can change your half starting tonight. And here's what I want you to see from where I'm standing. Looking a little further down the road, I spent years with the older kids, the ones who never got a solid line early, and they were still hunting it for years later, testing every teacher, every sub, every rule, all day long. Exhausting. And it was almost always the bright ones, the leaders, the strong ones. But they already been handed the label, the bad kid. Some got held back, some got pulled into behavior support, and that cost families real money and real years, the testing, the meetings, and the specialist. So think of it like a chip in your windshield. The day the pebble hits, it's the size of a pea. 10 minutes and a few dollars to seal. But on the other hand, leave it And one cold morning, you watch it crawl across the whole glass. Now it's the whole windshield, hundreds of dollars, days without your car, and it was always going to be the cheapest on day one. The line you hold tonight is the 10-minute fix. Now, here's where this flips. The fix is three steps. The first two will feel pretty natural. The third one is the backwards one. Your gut is going to fight you on it because in the moment it feels like you're losing, but it's actually the exact second you start winning. And I bet money almost nobody watching is doing it. I'll prove it in a minute. Quick thing first, the cooperation gap is one of the five, and my free guide, Stop Guessing the Five Gaps Your Toddler Has and How to Fill Them, map all five and hands you one first step for each. First link below. Grab it now so we can walk through this together. Okay, so here are the three steps. Step one, make the line solid. Step two, hand them the power. Step three, stay boring. And good news, none of this is extra work piled on your day. It's just a few small shifts inside the moments you're actually having. So let's hop into it. Step one, make the line solid. A solid line just means the rules is the same as it is yesterday, no matter how hard they push. And I'll raise my hand first on this one because I'm guilty of it. Wobbly line is bedtimes at 7:30. They whine. Okay, 5 more minutes. 5 becomes 20, 20 becomes 25, and now it's 7:50, 7:55, and I just taught them the whining moves the line. Solid line, on the other hand, bedtime at 7:30. They whine, and you say calmly, I know, bedtime still is 7:30. And at 7:30, they're in bed. Same answer last night, tonight, tomorrow. Here's the toddler math. A line that sometimes moves get tested forever. A line that never moves get tested a few times, then trusted. So pick your few real lines, just a few of them, not everything. So your few real lines may be the car seat, bedtime, hands aren't for hitting, and hold them. Every just this once buys you 100 more fight. Step two, hand them the power on purpose. For a toddler, no is the only power they own. So we don't take it away, we give them more on our terms. Here's a mistake I made for years. I would say, do you want to take a bath? That's a yes or no question. I just handed them the no and started the war. So instead, two choices, both fine with you inside of the line. So the bath is still happening. That is not up for debate. But blue toy or green toy, dinosaur pajamas or striped ones. We're going up. Do you want to walk or should I carry you? The line doesn't move, but inside of it, they get to be powerful a dozen times a day. A kid's who power tank is full doesn't have to fight you at every drop. All right, step three, stay boring. This is the one, the backward step. So come back to that finger from the beginning. The eyes locked on yours, the finger on the thing you just said not to. Everything in your body wants to react big. The gas, the lecture, the I can't believe you did that. And the reaction is the prize. That's what the test was for. Because to a toddler, a big reaction means the line is alive. Maybe it moves. Better keep pushing. So you do the backwards thing, flat face, calm voice, one short sentence. Don't touch that. And move them along like it's the most boring thing that happened all day. And no negotiating. because the negotiation is the prize too. The second you start debating, explaining for the 10th time, you show them the wall might move if they keep you talking. Same thing at the car seat. The car seat isn't a choice, and you follow through. You buckle their stiff little body in, gentle with love, like it's the most boring thing in the world. When pushing the wall stops getting a reaction, pushing the wall stops being fun. And I'm not saying this from some finish line because I'm living it right now. Mine is 15 months old and just found her no. So stay boring is carrying me through this week too. And boring is not cold. So let me be clear. You can be boring about the line and warm about the kid in the same breath. I know you're mad. Car seat's still happening. I love you. Firm and warm together. That's the whole thing. Short term, usually within a week, the fighting drops. Their power tank is full. The walls stop being fun to push. Mornings stop being a battle. But the real win is the long one. A kid raised on solid lines and real power is a kid who feels safe. And a safe kid are confident kids. They walk into classroom and don't waste a month testing a teacher because they already trust that when a grown-up says a thing, it's real. That's the kid who isn't being labeled, who isn't being held back, doesn't need the support that costs families so much to untangle later. And that big, stubborn iron will they're swinging at you right now, aimed instead of crushed. That's a kid who holds their ground on the playground, who says no to the wrong crowd at 14, who leaves a room at 25. You're not just raising an obedient kid, you're raising a strong one who respects the real line. Honestly, that's something I pray over every day, raising them strong enough to stand on ground that doesn't move. And you're building it this week with a bath and a car seat. Boring. If this just made your whole week make sense, go ahead and subscribe. Every week, I hand you one more gap and exactly how to close it. That's the whole channel. So, back to the 3 steps one more time. Make the line solid, hand them the power, and stay boring. That's how you close the gap hiding under all of that no, the cooperation gap. In my God, it lives under its everyday name, the listening gap. Because my toddler won't listen is exactly how this one shows up in your house. And my free guide, Stop the Guessing, the 5 gaps your toddler has and how to fill them, walks you through all 5 so you can spot which one's running your mornings and start closing it this week. The first link below. Grab it before you close this video. Okay, so tonight, pick your most fault line. If that's bedtime, if that's brushing the teeth, the bath, dinner, whatever it may be. And when you pick it, tell me in the comments if it's the car seat, the bedtime, or the bath. I read every single one. Next, make it solid. So say it once, calm, same answers, no matter how hard they push. One sentence. Follow through, warm the whole way. Do that same line the same way a few nights and watch. Somewhere around night 4 or 5, they stop pushing it. Not because you scared them, because they finally got the answer. The wall holds. And a kid who knows a wall holds can finally relax inside of it. You built that. And when you're ready for the other 4 gaps, the guide is there. It's the first link. And here's my favorite part. The next time that slow little finger reaches out, eyes locked on you, your stomach won't drop. You'll almost smile. Now you know what they're asking and finally know the answer. So here's what I want you to do with this. Don't overhaul everything tonight. You will wear yourself out. and you don't need to. Pick the one line you fight over most. So it could be the bath, the car seat, the bedtime, the tablet, the one that made you sigh just thinking about it. That's your starting line. Make that one solid this week and watch what it does to the rest. And once the fighting starts settling, you're going to notice its sneaky little cousin, the toddler who isn't fighting you exactly. They just don't listen. You say it 5 times and nothing moves. Same family, different fix. And it's the very next thing I'll hand you. I broke the whole thing down right here. Go find out why they're tuning you out. I'll see you in the next one.